Hey guys, this is DJ Strick, and I want to welcome you to the Streamers Hub. It's Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have me, and I am so happy to be here with you. Man, what a great night to kind of dive into a subject that I'm going to get right into. I'm going to dive right into this subject. How to avoid the top 6 mistakes for live streaming. So, with this, there's so many things that I could talk about, guys. I mean, there are so many things that I could talk about, and I'm positive I'll give you more than six. Positive I would do that. That being said, if you're coming into the stream tonight, please help me out by actually going into the comments and tell me where you're watching from. I would love to engage with you tonight. And by any chance, if you are someone that knows things to avoid, like you made some mistakes, like I've made all of the mistakes. If you made some mistakes and you just wanted to kind of share some of your mistakes you've made, just go into the comments. Let me know what they are, and we'll talk about it a little bit. And I want to say, Eros is there. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so very much for being a part of the show tonight. And I have Steve that's joined in. So, Steve, good to see you tonight. That's man, that's excellent. So I appreciate everybody being here kind of on time with me as we get started. Normally, I would have this 5 minute countdown, and I was getting some things straight on my list here. And I just started the show. Like, why not just go ahead and get started? I've learned a lot about OneStream, the studio. So, as I've learned about it, of course, I need less and less time to actually get going. That being said, hey, there's nothing like the present, and let's do it. So yeah, Arrows is saying that he's in Canada. Man, good to have you here tonight. And I know we've kind of talked behind the scene. He's been working this afternoon and worked his way into the show to hang out with us tonight, man. So it's nothing like having great people in the community helping us along the way through. That being said, I am going to share my screen here and dive in to the content tonight. So again, I want to thank all of the people at OneStream Live for all they do to support what I'm doing here on the Streamers Hub. And as you can tell, they do a great job with the thumbnails. But before I get started, I knew I was going to forget this. I don't want to forget it. So let me start early with it. There is a banner I want to put up. And if you're watching this in a replay, this is for you. Okay. If you're watching this in the replay, where is my banner? I know there it is. Let me go ahead and throw it up. So for everyone that is seeing this, Streamer Hub 20 is for people that want to upgrade on inside of OneStream Live. So if you're a OneStream Live customer and maybe you're on the basic standard plan, you want to go pro, if you can, not if you can, but you can use this promo code Streamers Hub 20 to get a percentage, 20% off on your particular upgrade. So any kind of savings I could give people, like literally, if I could save you money, if I could save you if I can save you money, I want to do that. Okay, I was trying to get the full screen and I hit the wrong button. But if I can save you money, I really want you to see me when I say this. I want to do that. So please, you could use Streamers Hub 20 as a discount. And, anybody, if you're new, if you're seeing this and you're new to OneStream Live and you want to get in with a discount, that's a discount code for you as well. Strick is here to help. All right. So, I keep saying this. I want to dive in. I really want to dive into the first thing. This I'm gonna give you more than six, but it's really gonna help you. That being said, let me get to the corner that I like to be in. There I am in my corner. Hide that banner for a second. And now, as I'm sharing my screen, you guys will be able to see what I have on the screen. And I did this. This is a mistake that I have made. The very first one I want you guys to be thinking about is avoid not having the right equipment. All right. Avoid not having the right equipment. I'm sure there's a better way I could have structured that sentence, but follow me here for a second. As we do what we do, it is oh so important for us to have the right equipment for the right job when you are live streaming. All right. Arrows, hear me when I'm saying this. So, if you don't have the right equipment, sometimes it can affect the quality of your stream. Okay. What kind of camera are you using? Guys, I want to say this depending on how what your audience is, what you are talking about. I want to say this from like a very helpful place. If you're trying to be an online consultant, you want people to see you as though you know everything about what's going on online, how to present yourself well, your equipment, your camera, your lights, your microphone, all of those things make a difference. All of those things make a difference. If you are not the person that understands how to look right, this is what I would tell you to do. Find the person in the space that you're in that's leading or that may be a little ahead of you. Find out what they're using, what camera, microphone they're using. Try to find someone that you can model yourself after. I'm not talking, and there's another thing that I have on my list when we talk about equipment that you don't want to go overboard, and I'll get to that. But you want to have a very refined look, and you also want to have a computer that can handle live streaming. I hope that makes sense for you. I'm sorry. Whatever PC you have now, OneStream Live is whether it's Mac or PC, whatever equipment you have. If it's 5, 6 years old, I don't care how big it may have been. There's some new technology and new things that these computers are able to do, and things that you would want to be able to do while you're live. Now, OneStream Live is browser based, so it doesn't put a lot of stress. It doesn't put any stress on your computer, but if you're trying to run videos or anything like that inside of the system, you want to have the right equipment. That's all I'm saying. And you want to be sure that your equipment could run the type of show you are running. I wanted to say that and give a pause so everybody can take it in. I'm not saying that you have bad equipment. I'm saying you want to have the right equipment for your particular content. Now, I've seen people that have gone viral that don't have the best looking camera. I've seen people go viral that, maybe the background doesn't look like my background looks, or it doesn't have the bokeh, it's not 4K, and all those other things, or 1080p. All those things that could possibly stop you. it- Content is the king, is king. Okay. I want you to know this. Like, having the right content is the best thing. But when you know better, do better. So avoid at the best part that you can not having the right equipment, not having the right router, modem set up, not having the right system. I had to go through a modem router. I had a combination modem router that I purchased because I thought it was a little bit more robust than what the cable company offered. Right now, I have a modem and a router that separated that came from the cable company that is much better than the hundreds of dollars that I spent on a retail one. I had to figure it out. I had to really search out which was the right thing for me to do because I needed to be sure that I was here with Erica. Erica, thank you for, coming in. Hello for you to you tonight. Thank you for being here tonight. I wanted to be sure that I could be here when all of you guys were here to be a part of this. All right. So just want to be sure that we're all on the right page. Okay. So that's the number one thing. Avoid not having the right equipment because not having the right equipment could really affect what you're doing in your content. All right. From your computer to whatever internet company provider you're using, the modem, the router, cameras, lights, all of that. Avoid not find out what you need and go get it. Avoid not having. That's the number one thing. All right. So number two, and let me get in the corner here as I get to the next scene, because this is just where I like to be over here in the corner. Number two thing I want you to avoid: do not fake it. If you're online, like we're gonna find you out regardless. All right. We're gonna find you out regardless. All right, Monty Weaver's hanging out with me tonight. So good to see you, Monty. And who else? Oliver is here tonight saying hello. Good to see you, Oliver. And Hub Production. I have a lifetime deal. The full package is the studio free for me. All you have to do, Hub Production, is go into OneStream Live and be a part of the beta. Right now, the studio is in beta, and all you have to do is say, hey, I want to be in beta, and you get it. So the number two thing, as I've checked the comments, I just wanted to be sure I said hello to everybody that's there, is you want to be real. This is a long game, guys. When we're talking about content online, if you're someone that really to avoid the mistakes, one of the mistakes that people make is just being what they think the audience wants them to be or what they've seen. So I've seen people do this time and time again. I personally make the mistake of going into the YouTube University, finding some content creators, and I was only there to figure out the equipment that I need and get information from them. I got into the community, and guess what? Now I am trying to teach like them, trying to do content that they are doing when I was there just to figure out the content that I had. So most of the time, people get caught up in trying to be a Nick Nimmons. All right, you want to have a YouTube short news channel like Nick Nimmons, or talk about things, and we find all of these top creators that we want to then like, when we actually were coming to their channel just to get information on how to be a good content creator. Do not fake it. Be authentically you. It's just like a fingerprint. All of us are different. All of us have fingers, but your fingerprint is different. And people want the difference that you can provide in the content that you have in you. So if you fake it and you say, hey, I want to make this content because I see all the guys doing this, and it's not in your heart, long term, it won't work. And you would do what we see a lot of creators do. They come out with, less than a year later, say, hey, well, I'm changing my YouTube channel. Like, how many times have you seen people that have said, I'm changing my channel, I'm changing my channel, I'm changing my channel? Figure out the content you want to make that's authentic to you. I said this before in another video, niches and monetization. That video, I talked about how is it something that you love to do, something that you're skilled at, and something where you can help other people. And if you draw circles of all those things, somewhere in the middle is what is called your niche. It's where you need to be. You love doing it, you're skilled at doing it, and you're answering a question for someone, or you're helping someone, and you don't have to fake that because it's authentically you. Like, don't make the mistake of being something that you think other people need you to be. I was talking to a content creator the other day, and big YouTuber, and she has a Southern drawl, Southern dialect. The way she talks, you could tell that she's from the South, uh, South from America. So, there's a way that we Southerners talk. I have it, and there's nothing I can do about it, right? Well, she thought that it would hurt her channel having that Southern drawl. But guess what? The people that identify with her, which there are millions of people that do, they're following her channel, and they can appreciate her diction. You have a way you speak. Don't hide. Don't run away from it. You are who you are. Don't fake it. All right. So with streaming, this is not like the movies. Okay. This is not the movies where we're not acting. We're not actors or any of that. We are real people trying to connect with a real audience. And you being authentic to your audience, you'll find people that would like to be authentic to you, that would take the time to be with you. Okay. Let me get to my corner one more time as I go to see these videos, guys. I'm gonna get to you in 1 second about what's in the comments, but I want to go to the third thing really quick here. Avoid making your content too long. All of us, all right, as content creators, we really like there's something to being able to be in front of a camera, whether you're in a studio like me or whether you like to video blog and all of that. There's something about doing that that's so intoxicating to you. It's like a rush that you get from being in front of the camera. I just, you want to ask people, how did I do? Did you watch that? Did you see it? Did I do a great job? And there's such like I get a lot out of being a content creator. I mean, of course, people may or may not know my background. I've been in the radio business for about 15 years, almost 20 now. And I love just being on, like hitting the on button, and then the red light goes on in the studio on air. I love that feeling. I mean, it's intoxicating to me. Um, but you can't be too long because you lose your audience. So how long should your videos be is always the question. So I'm telling you the what to avoid being too long. Your video should be as long as it needs to be to get the content out. Now I'm taking that from Sean Cannell, and I'm sure he got it from somebody as well. Because I can never tell you, oh, you need to make 5 to 8 minute videos. I don't know that. I know that there is a system that say 5 to 8 minute videos. If you can keep them short in that time frame, based on the type of tutorials you may be doing, that is a great number. But I've also seen live stream shows. I do live stream shows that are around an hour, and people can come and go, but I get the information out that I need. And most of the time it's interview style. So not only am I getting the information out, but also my guest is getting the promotion that they need when they come on. Like last week when I had Monty Weaver on, like we spent a lot of time together, but it needs to be as long as it needs to be. Right now, Reels, YouTube Shorts, and TikToks are taking over. Like, should it be 15 seconds? Should it be 7 seconds? Should it be 30? Should it be 60 seconds? All these things, it needs to be as long as it has to be to get the content out. Don't get stuck on how long should I make this? Don't get stuck in doing a whole bunch of fillers and trying to make time go by, because you'll lose your audience because they don't want the filler stuff. Um, there was a trend, probably about before the pandemic. The trend on YouTube was making these long intros. So you have a minute or 30 seconds to a minute long intro into your video, and it was all, done out with After Effects. It was really, really cool. And then the trend changed. People didn't want to watch your intro. This is not a TV show. Like, people are going to YouTube to know how to do something. And sometimes there are some lifestyle channels that is more about the personality, but they want to see the personality, not a minute long intro. Avoid making your content too long. So, by me being a DJ, just more examples, I would do shows with artists. So I had rap artists, and we'll do shows in the city and all of that. And I will always tell the artists that I brought with me to make your set short. Like, we always wanted the people to want more. We want them to feel like, man, I'm not full. I want more. Like, we don't want to go to a place and just exhaust the people and they're tired and they leave. I mean, just because they were tired doesn't mean they had a good time. If I made them want to see us again the next week that we will have a show, guess what? They are coming because they had so much fun and they know they're going to have fun again. have some way, guys, that you can actually spend enough time in your content where people are willing to come back and they will binge watch your content. They will. I got Monty. He's in the comments. They will watch your stuff over and over again. They really will. All right. So you watch stuff over and over again. And you know, when you find a content creator that you resonate with or connect with, and you're willing to take whatever time it is to see all the stuff that they have. Let me give another in before I go to the comments. So, the next thing that I want to talk about is get to the corner here. This is something that um, a lot of people have that it could really hurt you long range. You're gonna get into this, and I think a lot of times some people are very nervous in being in front of the camera, so they do all they can to get all the equipment. Well, I just need one more piece of equipment. I just need this. I need this camera. I need these lights. I need this. I need that, and they end up purchasing all of this equipment to go into their studio when you don't need all that equipment. You just need, or at the end of the day, if you haven't made content and you're not using your phone that has a microphone on it, that has a camera on it, and you're able to upload very easily to all the platforms, if you're not using your phone to make content, I need you to slow down on buying any new anything. Lights, cameras, microphones. Just stop. Let me say it again. Just stop. Don't get, we call it gas, uh, GAS, gear acquisition syndrome. And it's where people really kind of get into, I got the money, so I want the latest and greatest camera, end up buying three cameras for one person shoot. Or I gotta have all these lights, or I need a teleprompter and all of this stuff and haven't made content yet. Now I have a lot of equipment in my studio, but I have equipment that I use. So there was a new product that came out probably about a month ago now. Rodecaster Pro 2. And it is a phenomenal. I mean, this Caster Pro 2 has effects. The first one doesn't not have the I really like. You can put some echo and delay. You can do some things on your microphone that you can't do on the Rodecaster Pro. And everybody that I knew in the content world started to buy this piece of equipment, and it is not cheap. And I'm not using all of the features and functions of the Rodecaster Pro. Like, I haven't hit a button on this thing ever on a show. Like, I have a cover, and when I'm live, I still have the cover on this thing because I have the mic set where I want it, but I haven't pressed one button. Like, it's so bad. All right, that's, I had to turn it up because I had it turned down. Let me see if I have another button I can press on this Rodecaster Pro 2. Yeah, you get that. Get that, like, because I don't use it. So why would I then go buy another piece of equipment that's more advanced than this one when I'm not using all of the effects on the one that I have? Like, why do that? I want you to calm down. I want you to consistently stream using OneStream Live and OneStream Studio. I want you to get into a routine of doing it. All right. Over and over again, routine of making content before you purchase anything else, because I need you to be comfortable in using equipment yet that you have. So have you not seen videos on YouTube where the professional takes the cheap camera and then you have a novice take the pro camera and they make the same type of content? Like, you can't tell who made what. Even the novice having the best camera in the world, but not knowing how to use it is not as effective as a pro using cheap equipment. Like, it's easy for pros to take cheap equipment and do the right lighting, know the right settings and all of that. Learn the equipment that you have, and then as you learn your equipment, Maybe your equipment has some deficiencies, and you know if you stepped up to the next camera, it's going to have this one little piece that you're going to be able to use your content, but you know that before you purchase it. Not, well, I'm trying to figure out what two cameras I get. I want to get the most expensive one. Yeah, you could learn how to use the most expensive one, but I guarantee you, if you take the budget camera, whatever it is, and learn how to use it effectively, you're gonna get a great picture. With most of these cameras right now, if you get, let me see, it's the Canon M50 that's going up against the Sony ZV-1 and ZV-10. And I'm saying those EVZZ10s. The Sony has two. One of them doesn't have the detachable lens. It's just one lens. I think that's the one. And then the EV10 does have detachable lens. And those three cameras, I'm guarantee you, as an entry level cameras, they would be great in your setups. All right. These are all entry level cameras, Canon and two from Sony that you can look into. And I'm telling you, these are great cameras to kind of go. It's a step up from a webcam. Okay. Like they're going to give you great pictures. If you do go with the Canon M50 and go with the ZV-10, I keep saying the EVZZ, I don't know what it is. It's the 10 from Sony. You're gonna need a lens, and I would recommend the 16 millimeter. Who is that? Sigma lens. That's what I'm saying. Sigma lens. Now the Sony EV1, it doesn't need a lens, and that's another great camera that is depending on how you would use it for vloggers. But if you're in a setup like I am, it's going to give you a great picture and you don't have to purchase an additional lens. So all that's kind of extra for you as we're talking about not having gas. And I'm telling you 2 or 3 cameras to go get that could be easy on you. But they're great starter cameras in a setup like this. Okay. Great starter cameras. So let me check you guys out here in the comments and see if you're saying anything to me. Um, can you post a link to the niches video? Let me see if I can post that link to the niches video. It is definitely already inside of OneStream Live in their playlist. So, Eros, thank you for saying that. I'll try to do that. And Erica is saying that she's a Southerner as well, or yay for the Southerners. So everybody that is, I think a lot of us have gas at some point, reformed. And okay, thank you so very much for saying that you're reformed. I want to help everybody out of this. And if you can just find a great setup for you and whatever you're doing or however you are using your equipment or whatever type show that you have, you can just find a great setup and stick with it. Let me say it this way, make 100 pieces of content or 100 streams with your current setup as best as you could use it before you go to the next thing. Erica, what do you think about that? I think 100 pieces of content, if you do it on a consistent basis, you're making content, and you're finding ways to use them that you have before you purchase something else, it would be a great stopping point or a goal that you could have. Before I purchase or spend money on anything else, let me use what I have effectively, and we all can go back. Oh my goodness. If you go to my YouTube channel and see some of the things I did some videos 2007, and I have not deleted it. It's still up because it's a part of my journey. All right, it's a part of my journey. I do not like the way I sound. I was a little heavier at the time. I had braces on at the time. There's a bunch of stuff that was going on, but it's a part of my journey. So, however you look, your audience is going to understand. Like, I don't know why we think, and sometimes, and I'm not saying this in a very derogatory way, but if you watch the nightly news or you watch CNN, guess what, guys? They have hundreds and thousands of dollars on video cameras and lights. They're not using the equipment that we use. If you've ever been to those studios, they have like a lot of money spent on lights, guys. We cannot, some of us can even have it in our studio. Like my studio, I can only have so much space in here for lights. So I can try my best to have a look like a news station, but come on, guys. We're not in the budget those people are in. It's just we're just not there. But we can look very good compared to the situations that we may have had last year. So if you use yourself as an example, I want to make 100 pieces of content, then I'm going to try to level up my game to see if I can add a piece, whether it's lights or microphone, to help me go to the next level. I hope I'm helping you with that one. I hope I am helping you with that one. So let's go to the next thing here. Let me get in my corner and then let's go to the next one here. All right, come on. So, oh, it's just as avoid not knowing how to use OneStream Live. And I had to say that and just pause. Okay. For everybody that's using this setup and using this system, please, whatever you do, learn how to use it. Learn how to use it. Learn how to use the systems that you have. And I'm saying OneStream Live because, guys, we're here in the studio. I'm using the studio. I've made that mistake. Studio was very new, and I am one of those people that would dive right in. Like I'm a dive right in kind of guy. And there were some nuances to the studio that I didn't know. But because I have just dove right in, sometimes you can get away with that if you are technical, if you've seen a lot of these things before. There were some nuances that I just did not figure out. I talked for a minute off the air or not on the scene and didn't realize if I wasn't on the scene that no one could hear me. Guys, I'm telling you, these are some of the mistakes that people make. Like I've seen some of your videos. I'm sorry. I love that you are courageous enough to get out there, but take the time to uh, practice, practice, instead of going and live streaming, sometimes just record yourself. Like I want to go through this deck. I want to record myself going through this deck. I know I'm the kind of person. uh, Practice could be really hard for me because I'm ready to go. Let's just do it. But I am in what I call my gift. This is how I am gifted. I would hate for someone to just come on that's not gifted and just try to free flow through some type of software they are not aware of. I'm just here to help you guys. Please hear me when I say this. Practice, practice, practice. Um, know how to use OneStream Live, know how to use OneStream Studio. Of course, the OneStream Studio is in beta right now, and it's an all-in-one platform for you for content, whether you're recording it, whether you are playing pre-recorded video like it's live, or you are live streaming to multiple destinations. Like you can do all of that in OneStream Live, but because it has so many nuances right now, because we have so many different ways and templates that you can actually show yourself on screen, I'm saying know how to use the system. Avoid making that mistake. Oh, this is easy. I could just press this button and it'll go here. Oh, this is easy. I could just do this. And yeah, it could seem like it's easy. But guys, I'm here to tell you, take the time to learn it. Practice, practice, practice. So, I get this practice, practice, practice thing from a very famous basketball player that was towards the end of his career, and he was having issues with his coach. His coach really wanted him to practice. Like, if you're going to be a great player, which it kind of hurt his greatness because it wasn't about him practicing. He needed to be involved with the team. He needed to practice with other people. He needed to help make his teammates better. But he was thinking so much about himself. It's like we're arguing about practice. Like I want to get on the court. Being on the court, just like being live, is cool. You know what you're doing. if you know what people around you are doing, in this case, that's a team sport. Right now, I'm a one man guy, one man shop. I get it. I'm trying to do it all here. I need to be focused and ready to go on the content. Okay. Guys, if you're seeing this today, and I've gone through a couple of these mistakes that you can make, if you're seeing this and you have not clicked the like button, you're really going to hurt my feelings a little bit. If this is resonating with you and you're at a point where you're like, man, Strick, I get it. Like some of this stuff I want to avoid. I definitely want to practice. I never thought about practicing. And inside of the studio, guess what? I can record myself and rewatch it and see what I really look like. And if you cringe when you watch yourself, like just go through it because somebody else has to watch the content that you're putting out. So again, if you can just hit the like button, that'll make me feel better. Right now, I got two going, and I need a little more like buttons going on here. And Erica, thank you for saying make it look easy. I promise you, this is not easy. And why do I say it's not easy? And what would make me so different than you? Or anybody else? What makes the difference? The difference for me is I've had all of the experience in a radio business where if you ever seen a radio console in a real live studio console, I mean, you may see a console board that has 500 plus buttons. Okay, like the it's huge. Like how can let me do this. I want to keep things on the screen, but the console is huge, and you have to be able to do multiple things at one time. You got to be able to press a button and talk. Hey, this is DJ Street. Thank you for coming to the show tonight. I have this coming up, and right now you're listening to the smooth sounds of ABCD, and here is your hot number one coming up right now. I have to talk and press a button at the same time. Guess what? I have all the experience of doing this right now. The difference is I'm using a mouse instead of those buttons, and I have, just experience in doing that over time. Like this stuff is not, I've seen it all before. Not that OneStream Live Studio isn't new, but as far as running a mouse, being able to talk, engage into the camera, and have all this other setup going on, it is easy for me because of the years of experience that I've had on the radio. Now, don't think that I just started one day and man, you're doing so great with this. No, it took a lot of time, Erica. It really did. It took a lot of time figuring out how to do this the most effective way. And thank God, because of that time and experience, I'm able now to be able to do these tutorials and help other people. Like that's the reason why I'm doing the Streamers Hub with OneStream Live, is that it gives me an opportunity to help other people like you guys be able to avoid some of the mistakes that I would make. Like just diving in sometimes is a really, really good habit to have, but it's also good for you to practice on the software systems that you're using to make your content. Don't forget that, guys. Don't forget that, okay? It is important for you to look good at all times and you want to be professional. And one of the ways you can be professional is making sure that you know what you are doing, okay? So let me stop right now, and I want to throw this right up at this point, just so you guys to know. If you're seeing this today and you're wanting to upgrade your OneStream Live subscription, or if you want to get it for the very first time, I want to give you an opportunity to do that. All you need to do is, as you check out, the promo code is Streamers Hub 20. All right, it gives you 20% off. Again, that promo code is Streamers Hub 20, Streamer Hub, so it's not an S in there. So Streamer Hub 20, you can see that. And as you upgrade, or if you are completely new to the OneStream Live community and you're ready to dive in to get OneStream Live, that's all you need to do is use that promo code, get 20% off, and it is all compliments of OneStream Live and the Streamers Hub. All right, we want to be sure that you guys get the best out of using this system. And of course, I've already said, hey, we need to do that. You need to learn how to use it. Man, so here we go. I was going in the comments. I'm going to go into the comments in just a few minutes. Erica and Eros, man, thank you guys for all the great things that you're saying. So here we go. The next thing is I want to be sure that you avoid, let me hide this really quick so I can get it out of the way, trying to do it all yourself. Avoid that. I mean, the picture says it all, right? I think the picture says it all. How many hands and arms do we really have? We only really just have two. But in this picture here, you can see all of those hands that she has to be able to do what she's trying to do at one time. Guys, you can't do it all. There's something that you may be deficient at. And I'm sorry that it's such a bad term to say, hey, let's work on our deficiencies. But if you, I do a lot of leadership stuff, and there's one thing that's called the law of the lids. I think that's a John Maxwell guy, a John Maxwell law. The law of the lids. The lid is you can only go so high. Okay. And once you get to that point, you have to have people that you bring onto your team that can help you to your next level. The other thing is blind sides. So you can have blind sides in your work, like you're completely unaware that you're not doing a particular thing, and it's other people coming on to help you and say to help you to see that blind area, that blind spot area that you may have that then you have to hire for. Like for me, I don't have the time to do editing. I'm putting out tons of content, but I'm not repurposing a lot of my content because I don't have the time to edit it down to short form. Well, guess what I had to do? I had to hire an editor. And that editor is helping me drill down some of my long form content to shorter form content so I can then repurpose it. That repurposing helps me be seen and discovered a little better in the trending reels, YouTube shorts, and TikToks. You see what I'm saying? Like, you see how all this stuff works? Like, I don't have time to do it, but it's such a trend right now. If I miss out on the trend, yes, I have a lot of content out there, but if I'm not putting it in the right place, YouTube Shorts is a major focus of YouTube. Reels is basically Instagrams is Reels only. You can put a picture up if you want, like they still allow you to put a picture up. Like even if you put a picture up, you almost have to do it in video style because no one will see your picture. They want video content on Instagram. That's all they want. So I'm helping you like this. It's hard to do all of that at one time. Find the thing. So if you're a great editor and maybe I mean, we never think about this. Like, we always want to be in front of the camera. Well, maybe your job is not in front of the camera. Maybe you're a great producer. And you can find on air um, people that could be on air for you. On air talent is what I want to call them. I mean, if you don't do anything, just go to Fiverr and find your on air talent. You do the blogs, you write it up, and you send it to them, and they do the recording and send it back to you. You don't have to be the person that's in front all of the time. These are just things that I'm telling you that can help you. Don't try to do it all yourself. Like you would really wear yourself out. So, Erica, have you been keeping up with how many I have so far? I think I'm close to six. I'm not sure. I said I would give more, so I may have one or two more in there. But this one, again, I'm hoping that it resonates with you. Avoid trying to do it all yourself. Like this is hard. Now, if you're a person that can do it all yourself, kudos to you. You're going to save a lot of money, but it's also going to take you a lot of time. There are some new applications that are making it so easy to repurpose equipment, but still there's a learning curve to how to use that. And it may be easier for a moment to have an editor. Maybe you don't have an editor long term. Maybe you have an editor short term to get you what you need. It's all there. I'm hoping that I'm helping. And I want to get to this next one and then I'm going into comments. Okay. So the next thing I want you to know, join the community. OneStream Live has an excellent community in Facebook. And I want you to, if you're not a part of the community, join the community because the community needs you just as well as you need the community. There's some answers to questions that you have, and there's some questions that other people have that you may have that you can ask inside of the community and get great answers. Fizzer is in there all the time. I'm trying my best to be in there a little more. Erica is in the community. Eros is in the community. And listen, this stuff could just help you. It could help you being a part of the community. We never know what you can help us with in the community. So if you're gifted in any way, like you're using OneStream Live, and maybe you're like Erica that has a great opportunity to use it as an agency, or she's doing Talk Virtual and she's a virtual production, like being in there and talk about the use case that you're using OneStream Live for. It can kind of open the eyes of other people how they can not only make content, but what we all want to do with the content we make is make money from it. And you may be doing something that we're unaware of, or how or what the use case could be for OneStream Live, and you can kind of help people. Like it, it is one of those places you can go. Community inside of Facebook, our community group is just a place that you can go and talk and be a part of other people that are using the same product you are. I think Hub Production is watching tonight, or they make some comments earlier, and I'm hoping that I answered the question because I remember reading it about being one of the people who got the lifetime deals. Like, we're all excited. Everybody that's got the AppSumo lifetime deal is super excited about this product. But more importantly, we got people that are now purchasing this product for the very first time. And we're excited about you having something that we've had for a while now. Like, I'm excited about the studio. I didn't know when I purchased OneStream Live in the beginning that it even had an opportunity to be this. I just bought it because it was the best thing at the time to do pre-recorded video as live. And now all you need is OneStream Live. There's an all-in-one resource for you. And I'm just blown away from what the programmers are doing and the owners are doing to make this product better for all of us. It is really, really cool. And if you are not in the community, again, I'm asking you to get into community because we would like for you to be there. Okay, that's really all it is. So let me, at this point, I've went through all. That may have been seven. How to avoid top six live streaming mistakes. And right now we got a Q&A going. So if you got a question, I'm going to try to go into the comments really quick and to see if I can answer some of these questions. So let me get on the screen here, and just 1 second to move everything around. And I want to go to YouTube to see these questions. And thank you guys for hitting the like button. I really do appreciate it. So Errol said, hey, stream to a private YouTube group or whatever social media platform you prefer that you can practice runs. Use that for learning to stream. And that's a great tip. That is a awesome tip. That is a really great tip. So you get the doing it that way instead of just recording it, doing it that way, you get the feeling of being live because you are live, but only in a smaller group. All right. The private group, you can go live and do it that way. You can go live on your own personal page and just make it private and go back and see the stream. But you're getting the last phase, which is connecting to a social media site and learning how to connect and making sure that your computer handles everything. So that's a great, great tip. Um, you have great hand and eye coordination. Like, I use my hands a lot. Like, I don't know what it is. Like when I talk, and I'm sorry, but I hopefully that helps people. And maybe I should just do a dance while I talk. I don't know, but I use my hands all the time when I talk. I'm sorry. Like, this is I want to be certified in OneStream Live. Like, we should work on a certification class for OneStream Live. So I need to talk to the group about that because I think that would be easy. Like I've made all the mistakes. Like I've learned everything I need to learn with OneStream Live that I should do that. Should put one together. Like I just should. And I was gonna put this ticker up, forgot to do it. So let's just do it now. um Yeah, so Fizza is great. So Erica's in the comments on YouTube. That's what I'm reading the comments there, guys. And she sends that Fizza, who is one of the leaders at OneStream Live in the marketing team. She's in the OneStream Live community. She's the one that is doing all of the responses there. She is great and very generous with her skill and knowledge of OneStream. So you can always go there and give help however you can, and it will come back to you. You better believe it will. That is a great principal question. What about a live show or being confident on camera? So, when you talk about being confident on camera, guys, this is what I want to say to you. Practice will help you in that arena. Okay. Practice will help you in that arena of being confident on air. If you're not confident on air, please know that you don't have to be upfront. There's a lot of video content that people are repurposing other type videos. So basically, you could do the narration and behind the scenes and have other videos in front. There's tons of. But when it comes to live streaming and you're trying to teach something tutorial style or whatever, you have a lifestyle show, you're gonna have to show your face. You're gonna have to do that. And then being able to monitor that you're in the middle of the screen and all of that stuff is important as well. So you're gonna have to look at yourself. Get over whatever it is that's stopping you from doing that. My hair is not long enough, it's not short enough, my ears are too big, whatever, my eyes are crooked, whatever it may be, get over yourself because I will tell you tons of people that are on the spectrum of beauty from good to best to worst, all of that, and are making tons of video content and making money from it as well. So don't get to the point where you think so highly of yourself that you can't be on air with whatever thing that you think is getting in the way. Your uniqueness actually draws people. Your ability for other people to be able to resonate with you draws them to you. Okay? It really does. Now, we love the Hollywood actors and actresses. I mean, they're very beautiful people and they get paid millions and millions of dollars to be in front. And we all spend this money to go to the movies to see them, but they're not everyday people. Okay? They're not everyday people. And all I'm saying is take the time to figure out how to practice to have that confidence. If you're having a struggle with that, there are classes like Toastmasters in a lot of cities in the US. Because corporate companies, as people are promoted, they may not have public speaking skills. So there are companies all over the country, and I'm sure there's one in your area where they would just help you with doing public speaking. And one of the companies' name is Toastmasters in the States. There or Toastmasters in every city, and you just go be a part of that group. And it's short term, but they help you in writing your speeches out, and then how confident are you to be able to deliver that? And I'm saying right now, Toastmasters could be in your city, but I'm sure you can go online and find another community that's helping people present better online. There are going to be YouTube coaches that'll help you present better online. All of that, just search it out. If it's a real issue, if it's a blind spot for you and you can't get over it, part of the mistakes that people make is not going to get help. Find someone that can help you along the way. Now, I've always say this in all of the shows, I am here to help you. Inbox me, DJ Strick in Facebook, and I promise you I'll get back to you and we can always talk to actually point you in the right direction of what you need. I'm part of the OneStream team, and with the Streamers Hub, we want to be sure that we're supporting our streamers, people that are making content with the OneStream Live Studio or the OneStream Live pre-recorded or all of the features and functions that you can have. Like we are there with it, and we want to help you. Okay, so next question. So this is the Hub Production LLC. I'm kind of guilty in buying more gear when I don't really need the gear. Great advice on that. We all have had that issue. I had to stop myself today. In the States, I say, sometimes you can have money that's just burning a hole in your pocket. You just want to go and spend some money. I was in that mode of spending some money, and I came home to prepare for the show. And I didn't need like to buy a new shirt, some new pants, or any of that. And we're talking about regular things. Like we can get so into buying stuff that we're not using. I guarantee you, if you learn how to use the equipment that you have right now, when it's time to get that next camera, you are so dialed in that I need the right uh, focus point. I need to get the right lens. I need to, set it up the perfect way. You will know how to use it when you get it, and it'll be more beneficial for you. And Eros was saying, count him in for the certification. Yes, we all want to do it. Toastmasters are all over North America. Well, thank you for saying that. So that means North America would include Canada. Those are places that you can go, guys, again, to help you get confidence in speaking in front of people. As you can tell, that's not that is probably one of my strong suits. I could do it. So am I saying hub? And you know what? Right here in front of me. Let me say this. Let me say this. See these glasses right here? I'm refusing. I'm refusing to use this. So it actually is HBJ, and I'm calling them Hub, and it's HLB, HHJ. I'm telling on myself with these glasses, guys. You know, just don't let this smooth face fool you. I shave it because if I did grow it out, it would be all white beard. So that's the reason why. So I apologize. Um, stop calling him Hub. That's funny. HJB. All right, Productions. You got me. That's really cool. So I think that's everything that's in the comments tonight, and a nice little laugh as well. Um, hey guys, the show tonight was geared towards the mistakes you shouldn't make. I tell everybody all the time, if there is an accident, if you're on the road and there's an accident or a car on the side of the road, do you guys know that cars that are on the side of the road get hit like on the side of the road a lot? Because people are looking at the car when they're driving, and whatever you're looking at, guess what? You're leaning the car over into it. Did you know that? So if you're trying to avoid something, even though our whole show was on it, I need you to flip over to the positive part of what to do. All right. Doing thumbnails and gaining an audience, sometimes a negative tone helps people to come. But I want you to feel the positive side because I want you to know that through all of this, you could do it. Like you could use the equipment, how to avoid it. Like use the equipment that you have. Make sure your content is not too long. Make sure you practice your stuff. Eros is saying that go into these communities and go live. Go into a private community or make a private post on your own Facebook page and go live and practice that. Understand the equipment that you do have. Make sure that you have the right equipment from modems to routers to computers to be able to produce a great show. And if you do that and you concentrate on being the very best that you can be, all right? I'm trying to have a better show than I had last week, all right? I'm always trying to get better. If you do that, instead of avoiding some things, go to what it is that you want to do. I want to have a great show. I want to have the best equipment that I can afford at the time for what I'm doing. And I want to be sure that I'm impactful to my audience. Hey guys, it's been a great time hanging out with you today. I'm going to do something that I have not done to end the show out. So thank you, Erica. Thank you, Arrows. Thank you, JLB. for hanging out with me tonight. Monty Weaver for being in the comments as well. Thank you guys so very much. And I'm trying not to put the glasses on arrows, but don't be mad at me. So let's see if we can find the right interval tonight to actually end the show on. I want to try this. There's a couple in here that I've seen that I wanted to use, and I think I found it. I think I found it. Hey guys, have a great